So I'm here on the Kasto stand with Ernst here, and Ernst, I understand the main focus, or one of the new focuses that you have here at the Mach show, is this Kasto wind tube A5.0, which is specifically designed for cutting tube materials. Is that right?
Yes, it is. I mean, Kasto is renowned for cutting fast in all types of material. We've achieved it on the aerospace ones with our tech. We have now launched the wind 2 years ago for general steels. And what really is still left at the moment is how do you cut steel tube and pipe efficiently. And the wind tube is a revolutionary idea to also capture that segment in a very efficient and cost-effective manner.
Now I understand the technology is slightly different from a conventional saw in that it cuts up rather than down, which is what most people have been used to. So what are the advantages of cutting up rather than down?
Yeah, we're very proud of that. It's one of those, flash of the moment kind of situations where somebody has a brilliant idea. Yeah. And tubing, the difficulty you have is that the swarf collects at the bottom of the tube, right? Cutting traditionally from top down, the swarf collects at the bottom of the tube, and then you have to put your blade through it. The blade will then wear out much quicker, so generally you get 30% less blade life by having to cut through the swarf, and you also have at least 20 to 50% lower performance, longer cutting times, because you have to allow for that difficulty in cutting through. Turning it upside down, coming from the bottom up, we're going upstroking bandsaw, the first one on the market, you actually make sure when you come into the bottom of the tube, the swarf drops off the blade, and this means you can cut 20, 30, 50% faster, as I've just said, but, now the big but, the first time you can cut tubing with carbide blades, because you are not damaging the teeth, and of course in a tool that is 4 times the price, you want to make sure that the efficiency and the cost effectiveness is not tainted by the high tooling cost.
Yeah, so the longevity of the carbide blade is also much better, and you weren't able to use that in this kind of process before.
Yeah, you could not use carbide cost effectively. You can use carbide everywhere, but there comes a point of one is performance, the other one is also tooling cost. And this way we can assure that the tooling cost is kept at a minimum. And ultimately, of course, carbide allows you to cut at least 2 times faster. So instead of 50% faster, which you might be able to do by using metal blades, with carbide you can again increase to 2 times versus conventional methods of cutting tube and pipe.
Now this is part of the Kasto wind range, which you launched a couple of years ago. What's the general philosophy behind the Kasto wind range in general?
The general philosophy is to produce a range from, in our case, 330 to 1 meter or 1 meter and 60 millimeters with a lot of common parts, right? So look at a design which allows you to use common parts and to produce it in series. Yeah. What does that give us? It gives us a machine that is competitive in the global market. However, it still is a Kasto machine with top technology, and the top technology is also in the design, also in the control of the machine. That's where the intellect comes from nowadays. Machine tool wise, other people can build machines. Yeah, we can't say we're the only ones who can. However, what we've got in our control is very, very clever. We've got a very, very quick millisecond reaction to changing parameters, to material conditions, to blade conditions, to diameters, including the tube. And you'll see in a minute when we'll run it, the machine ramps up 3 times faster when it cuts through the middle of the empty tubing segment compared to the solid. So coming back to your initial question, it is a combination of technology at the right price, which ultimately is what we want to achieve, rather than just having our top-end machines, which everybody has known Kasto for. And the UK has been fantastic. It's the #1 market for the top-end machines because of our high alloy material focus in aerospace. But the wind is now allowing us to get into the general market where people say, I like a Kasto, but at the right price. With the wind range, we have achieved both top technology, Kasto German-built quality at a very, very competitive price. In fact, our wind will start at £27,000 for an automatic 330 capacity machine. And the wind tube, just for clarity, is a 530 capacity machine at the moment. So wind tube 5.0.
I see, yeah. I just wanted to ask you, generally, you sort of touched on it before, but the UK market in general for the Kasto, is it a healthy one at the moment?
The UK market has been fabulous for Kasto, but I have to say it has been fabulous for Kasto. This year it has slowed a little bit, sorry, it started a little bit slow, right? Yeah. We finished incredibly strong last year. We had a superb 2015, an incredible December, and at the moment, from a financial point of view, we're looking very good because we brought nearly 6 months worth of orders into 2016. However, to come back to your question, 2016 is starting extremely slow. Now, there's a couple of factors, I think. You know, it doesn't mean it's all doom and gloom at the moment, but I think exhibitions generally are a reason for people to be cautious. Let's wait for the show, let's compare. So that's happening now, and we've had a great day yesterday with some very close decision-making process from one customer, and I believe at the moment we're still going to get the order this week. But at the same time, people I think are also considering the EU referendum. I think that's also on people's minds. So it's difficult at the moment to say the market slowed down for any particular reason, because automotive strong, construction strong. Yes, we know that oil and gas is down, but you know, even there the dollar price is up at 44 this morning. So you know that hopefully will change and improve situation again. But altogether, we are optimistic as always.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, I suppose just lastly, it kind of shows the value of exhibiting at Mach, and a show like Mach. It's where you can really showcase your goods and particularly launch a new machine to a wide audience, and that's the value of coming to a show like this.
Yeah, I mean, Mach is a must for us. It is the number one technology platform here in the UK as far as we are concerned, and of course, you know, you've got to accept that you don't necessarily get break even or direct repayment or payback from the show, but the alternative of not being here is by far outweighed by the advantage of being here, because it is being seen as a number one show, machine tool show, and you know, people will use it and continue to use it regardless of what we're doing on the internet and on the e-commerce. It's one chance for everyone to see, and for us to plant the seed of what's out there. And long term, we are a great believer of Kasto as a company, of being proactive on a global scale. And the UK, of course, the Mach is the number one.
Yeah. That's great, Ernst. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.